What's going on, YouTube? It is Ryan coming to you with another vlog. This one is just going to be a time lapse, some hood time for you, and me voicing over. So right now you're looking at my truck pulling out of the Blue Beacon. Got a truck wash there up in Hubbard, Ohio. That is right by the Pennsylvania-Ohio state line off Interstate 80. That truck stop across the road there. Stayed there last night, or the night before this video, obviously, or before the truck wash. And I love that truck stop. It's called Truck World, Truck World Truck Stop. I love it. It's got a big chrome shop. It's got a restaurant. It's got some gaming slots if you're into casino stuff. But my favorite part is the pub. It's like a movie theater pub. You go in there, you grab a drink, you enjoy some chips or peanuts or whatever, and you watch the movie that they have playing. It's really cool. So anyway, it's always a good time there. Anytime I'm running through that area, I try and stop and take my break at that location. So anyway, guys, I want to tell you how I got into truck driving and why. And I'll kind of preface it with my job, careers leading up to truck driving. So I was in high school, played football, did shop class, welding, wood shop, all that shit. Handy with motors. I had a F-150, had a couple Hondas, had a Chevy Caprice with, like a 350 V8 Chevy motor. Worked on all those things myself, was handy with motors. So that all kind of pays off being an owner-operator now with like mechanical repairs and shit like that. I do as much work as I possibly can on my own truck, and it pays for itself, like with the knowledge and being able to do that. Anyway, so I played football in high school as well. Out of high school, I got a job baling hay, working at a feed and tack store. Then I bounced over to Big Five Sporting Goods, selling guns and shoes and footwear and sporting goods stuff. Then I worked at a pizza parlor for 2 weeks. That didn't last long. Did not like flipping the dough and dealing with meat and stuff like that on people's food. Bounced from there. I was a busser and waiter at a nice steakhouse called La Strada 88 in Clements, California. So that kind of narrows me down to where I grew up. Anyway, other than that, I was also a service advisor in the automotive industry. Worked at a repair shop as a service advisor, knew how to manage 8 mechanics and their time really well. And also was just like knowledgeable with motors and shit like that. So the mechanical side of things really comes easy for me. That lasted about a year, where I bounced from there over to aviation repair. I got into aviation repair. I really wanted to become a pilot, but needed to get my hands in the door, so I did with the aviation repair job. But I did not get along with my manager. A bad manager will ruin a good job, I tell you what. Did not like my manager. I had to bail off. Was there for about 6 months. And like I said, just did not get along with my manager. He had his head up his ass, didn't know how to manage things. And I came from a job where I managed 8 mechanics really well. So I was like, dude, you got your head up your ass. They didn't want to listen to me. Told the owner, peace out, I got to leave. So that's when I was like, I need to be my own boss. And so, truck driving, you get in a truck, you close the door, get from point A to point B at these times. Everything in between is all you, buddy. And so I went for it. How I got my start was with Swift. Yes, I know all the acronyms. See what I fuck up today. Sure wish I finished training. Sure wish I had a faster truck. Stevie Wonder's Institute for Trucking. Yeah, I've heard them all. Anyway, guys, so they were offering get your learner's permit and your CDL with us, do training with us, and like with Swift, and then work for us. You'll have a job lined up. You'll have to pay back tuition the next year that you work for us. So I did that. I did not stay. I went to Ontario, California, got my learner's permit, got my CDL. I did not stay with Swift for the entire year. I worked for them for about 6 months. And then I bounced to a smaller carrier out of California called Judge Farms. There I was making bank. I made about $1,400 every week. We ran the I-5 corridor from California through Oregon and Washington and back. Would do 2 trips up to Washington and back every week. Made $1,400 as a company driver. Got the weekends off, worked my ass off on paper logs. I paid off my Swift tuition. I paid off my Dodge pickup truck, stacked up cash, saved about 20 grand. But I gained a lot of weight. I started truck driving at 180 pounds. I bounced all the way up to 215. So I was unhappy, and I told my boss, after a year of truck driving, 6 months with Swift, 6 months with Judge Farms, I said, hey, I got to take a bounce and take a little vacation, work on myself, get my personal life and my hobbies back. So I took a 6 months break, the winter of 2016, 2017, and worked at a ski resort, Kirkwood, California, where I also kind of grew up and like learned to snowboard and ski. I worked there for 6 months, loved it, was a ski bum, was a hippie, was a stoner, lost all my weight, went from 215 pounds, dropped down to 173. So I lost all that weight, and I had $20 saved up. I also lost all that money. I didn't lose it. I spent it on a lot of things, excuse me. Anyway, so I missed the money, and I went back into truck driving, and I worked in a day cab after that in Lodi, California, where I worked for another 6 to 8 months for a company called Tiger Lines. They were running day cabs with possum belly or pot belly trailers that hauls like sawdust and compost and stuff like that. You put it on a tipper, tips it all out the back. Also, they worked with belt trailers and live floor trailers. I liked that work. It was fun, but I didn't like the way their pay schedule was set up. Running through the Bay Area, long hours, 14, 16-hour days, but you got paid per load, and sometimes you would work a longer day than other drivers. You'd be safer, work a longer day, but you get in one less load, and another driver would make $70 more than you, but work 2 hours less because they were able to skim traffic. Anyway, I gotta wrap this up. I worked there for about 8 months. Did not like it after that long. A little rat race in the day cab. Saved up money, and I bought my Peterbilt with $7,000 down. Had some money in the bank after that. Bought my Peterbilt, but I needed a place to lease onto. So I went back to my boss at Judge Farms. I said, "Hey, you want to lease me on as an owner-operator?" We did the deal as an owner-operator, but I was not running off a load board. I was being dispatched, and I did not like that. I wanted to see a load board. So I worked there for about a year and a half. And finally, after all my research on Landstar, I decided to make the jump, and I wish I would have done it sooner. I really love Landstar, but I've been with Landstar about a year and a half. I've been an owner-operator since October 2017. It's almost October 2020 now, so you can do the math, 3 years. Anyway, guys, I've been with Landstar for a year and a half. I love it. I'm about to pay off this Peterbilt here in a little over a year, but that about concludes it. That is my 4-year truck driving career with a little 6 months ski bum vacation in the middle. Hope you guys enjoyed. Got the truck washed, and then it rained on me. Did you guys see that? Anyway, take it easy, stay loaded, stay profitable. Have a good one.